It starts the same way every time. You have a goal. Maybe it's a project you need to finish, a skill you want to learn, or just cleaning your apartment. You sit down. You are ready. But then you pick up your phone, just for a second, just to check one notification. Next thing you know, 2 hours have passed. You haven't done anything. You feel drained. You feel guilty. And you tell yourself the same old lie. I am just lazy. I need more willpower. What is wrong with me? I am here to tell you that you are wrong. Laziness does not exist. It is not a personality trait. It is not a moral failing. What you are experiencing is a biological mechanism. It is a glitch in your neurochemistry. And if you think you can fix it by just trying harder, you have already lost the battle against your own brain. Today we are going to fix your dopamine system. Welcome to Third Brain. To understand why you can't get off the couch, we need to look inside your head. There is a constant war happening in your brain between two major players. First, you have the prefrontal cortex. This is the CEO of your brain. It thinks about the future, plans, and goals. It's the part of you that wants to write that book or go to the gym. But then, there is the limbic system. This is the ancient primal part of you. It doesn't care about your career or your future. It only cares about two things: immediate pleasure and avoiding pain. Usually these two are in balance. But in the modern world, we have broken the scale. We live in an environment of superstimuli. TikTok, Instagram, sugar, video games, these are designed to flood your brain with cheap dopamine. When you doom scroll for an hour, you are frying your dopamine receptors. You are raising the baseline. Think of it like this. Imagine your motivation is a car. Dopamine is the fuel. If you waste all your fuel scrolling social media in the morning, your tank is empty when it's time to work. You aren't lazy. You are just out of fuel. Your brain isn't defective. It's just overstimulated and exhausted. And sometimes what looks like laziness is actually a freeze response. Your brain is so overwhelmed by the size of the task that the amygdala, the fear center, hits the emergency brake. You don't move, not because you don't want to, but because your brain thinks it's protecting you. I know this state very well. As many of you know, I have twins. For the last few months, my life has been a cycle of sleep deprivation and constant noise. There were days when I physically couldn't make my brain work. I would stare at my computer screen knowing I had to edit a video, but I just couldn't move. In those moments, the inner critic gets very loud. Why aren't you productive? Look at everyone else succeeding. But because I study neuroscience, I realized something. I wasn't lazy. My biology was under attack. My cortisol was high, my dopamine was low. Fighting against my biology with willpower was like trying to run a marathon with a broken leg. So I stopped fighting, and I started hacking the system instead. Solution 1, the dopamine detox. So how do we fix this? We need to lower the cost of doing hard things and raise the cost of cheap pleasure. The first step is friction. Your brain is efficient. It chooses the path of least resistance. If your phone is next to you, you will pick it up. Here is a radical experiment I want you to try. Go to your phone settings. Search for color filters or accessibility. Turn your screen black and white, grayscale. Suddenly, Instagram doesn't look so appealing. Those red notification badges, they disappear. Without the bright colors, your brain doesn't get that instant reward signal. You make the cheap dopamine boring. Next, physical distance. When you need to focus, put your phone in another room. It sounds simple, but neuroscience shows that the mere presence of a smartphone in your visual field reduces your cognitive capacity by up to 20%. Even if it's off, get it out of sight. Give your prefrontal cortex a fighting chance. Solution 2. The amygdala hack. The 2-minute rule. Now let's talk about that freeze response. Why do we procrastinate on big tasks? Because your brain perceives a large, complex task as a threat. Write a script is scary. Start a business is terrifying. Your amygdala screams danger and shuts you down. To bypass this fear, We use the 2-minute rule. You don't tell yourself I'm going to work for 4 hours. You tell yourself I will just put on my running shoes. Or I will just write one sentence. Or I will just open the laptop. You are negotiating with your brain. You are saying, look, it's only 2 minutes. We can stop after that. Once you start, the fear vanishes. The dopamine from accomplishing a micro task kicks in. The friction is gone. Newton's law applies to psychology too. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. The hardest part is just the start. Solution 3. NSDR, resetting the brain. Finally, what if you are genuinely exhausted? Sometimes pushing through is the wrong answer. You don't need motivation. You need restoration. But sleep is a luxury we don't always have. Trust me, I know. This is where NSDR comes in. Non-sleep deep rest. It's a protocol scientifically proven to restore dopamine levels and accelerate neuroplasticity. It takes 10 to 20 minutes. You lie down, close your eyes, and follow a body scan meditation, like Yoga Nidra. Studies from Stanford Huberman Lab show that 20 minutes of NSDR can replace a few hours of lost sleep in terms of cognitive recovery. It's like hitting the reset button on your computer. Instead of scrolling TikTok, to relax, which actually tires you more, try NSDR. Give your brain true silence. Listen to me carefully. The world is designed to steal your attention. Every app, every notification, every advertisement is an army of engineers fighting against your willpower. It is okay if you lose sometimes. It is okay if you feel tired. But please stop calling yourself lazy. You are not lazy. You are a biological machine operating in a chaotic world. Understand your chemistry. Control your environment. Forgive yourself when you fail and then just start for 2 minutes. If you want to understand more about how your brain constructs your reality, subscribe to Third Brain. We don't just talk about problems here. We look for the code to fix them. Go put your phone in grayscale. I'll see you in the next one.